Good afternoon, you guys. Alright, today is Thursday, November 4th. Again, same as the last video you saw from me, the delivery video in Ontario to Gold Star Foods or whatever. I think that's what it was. Alright, we are now getting into the Colton, and we're kind of Colton, Bloomington, I guess I would call it, and Rialto border. Getting off of eastbound I-10 here at Riverside Avenue. Getting ready to go pick up our load at the Walmart DC here in town. Alright, I'm gonna wait till this light turns green and then we'll continue talking. Alright. We got a green light here now. This exit here, you might have seen the signs there. It's mandatory. You can only be in the center lane if you're in a truck. I'll put my truck in this overrun area so my tandems don't end up in that other car's lane. Probably wait for them to make their turn and or go by me, and I'm gonna move right because I'm gonna go ahead and I'm down to about a quarter tank of fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and top off with a bit of fuel, really just to get me out of California with this load down here at the Rialto Travel Center, 7-Eleven, whichever you prefer to call it. It's right around the corner from the shipper. They tend to have better prices than a lot of. Ooh, this is nice. They repaved this. Cool. Yeah, this road was in bad shape. It's nice to see that they repaved a good, looks like most all of it now. Alright, this should be a lot shorter video. I know that the load is already ready for pickup. I called the shipper when I got parked in Fontana and asked them, because when JCT does pickups at Colton Walmart, anything can go. Sometimes you end up with a live load. Sometimes you end up with a drop hook that isn't ready or whatever. Sometimes you just back up there. And sometimes you end up with the drop hook that is ready to go. And in this particular case, it's the latter of the three. Called them up just to, hey, am I live loading or drop hooking? Not because, mainly a reason why I want to know that is because, one, if it's a live load, I want to show up with my trailer pre-cooled. I also am not going to be so concerned about filling the reefer tank up with fuel if I'm below 3/4 of a tank. If it's a drop hook, I know I don't have to turn my reefer unit on, but I do need to have it at least 3/4 full of fuel. And on top of that, if it's a dropping hook, it really helps to know if it's ready or not, because if it's not ready, I'm just waiting until it's time to go pick up the load before I go get it. If it is ready, like in this case, because this is a 2000 pickup time and it's barely 1537 right now. Because it was ready to go already when I called, I'm already on my way over here. Now, it's going to cost me on my 70-hour clock though, because it's right during commute time. It took me like 20 minutes to get from the area off of Etowanda Street in Fontana that I was parked near, just to get from there to the I-10 off that same street. Mind you, I was only like probably no more than 3 miles at most, I would say. That was horrible. And then, I got washed out over at Little Sisters in Fontana, and got on to eastbound I-10. I had slower traffic all the way across. I actually managed to get up to 55 for briefly for a couple spots in between exits or something, but that was about it. Speaking of that traffic, I got a good word, a good tip for you guys to help with your safe driving habits. Alright, so, we got this stop and go, heavy traffic, I would, say kind of stop and go-ish. In this case, now, let's say you got 4 lanes, plus you got the on-ramp merging into the 4th lane. The lanes are numbered from left to right. And it's common for people to think that the slow lane is the number 1 lane, but it's actually the opposite. The fastest non-HOV lane is the number 1 lane. And then it goes up in number as you go to the right. Okay, so number 4 lane, we'll just say number 4 and 5 lanes merge in with each other. Let's say you're in the number 3 lane. If you need to get into the number 4 lane, and you know there's a pinch point right there, involving 2 other, the lane that you want to go into and a different lane, don't make your lane change then. Wait till after you get past the pinch point before you make that lane change. Because otherwise, there was what ended up happening there, and I'll show you the footage here of as it was happening in front of me. There was a car in the number 3 lane. I'm in the number 4 lane. And there's a pickup that was in the number 5, I guess I would call it, kind of the merge lane, the off-ramp, on-ramp lane, whatever you want to call it. Now he's merging in at the same time this car wants to move in from the number 3 lane to the number 4 lane. And then, the pickup ends up winning. And then shortly after, before they're still in the pinch point area, this same car starts trying to merge in again. Right into, I think somebody else or whatever. I can't remember the detail on it, but I'll give you the footage here. Or no, actually, it'll be on my Things I See While Trucking compilation in an upcoming one. Because I will have the footage available, or should at least have the front camera. And that was the important one because it actually was in front of me where it happened. So you might maybe look forward to that happening, that footage at some point. Just be good tip there to help keep you guys a little bit safer and smarter when it comes to driving in heavy traffic on interstates like that. Oh man, I can't turn this way. I was going to turn this way to get around this traffic because I can. The FedEx facility is right over here. You can go down there toward FedEx and turn left, and that'll take you right down to like the backside of Farmer Boys, which is down here by this light down here. And right across the street, practically from there, is the entrance that I'm trying to get to the truck stop. Alright guys, we should finally have a winner here with getting through this intersection. I'm going to make a right turn here because I want to get fuel. And looks like we're going to have fun getting across into the fuel island here because everybody's blocking the driveway. I can't do anything anyway because all these fucking assholes are blocking my entrance, my access to the parking lot. Fuck you, I'm not waiting. You leaving or backing in? On the way out? Okay. What a pain in the ass that is trying to get into here. It's a bad time to be coming through here. Friday afternoon commute time. Everybody's on the way home from work or on the way out for their weekend outings and stuff. Yeah. Alright, right there. Alright. So we'll get our fuel here and get over to the shipper in a second. Alright guys, we are done getting fuel, but you have four-wheelers to deal with here in the lot, and this guy, I don't know what the hell this guy's doing, but I'm ready to roll, and if he doesn't get moving, I'm going to go around him. I don't know if this guy is getting ready to leave or not, because I think he was parked there already. Yeah, he's rolling. Alright, so with the traffic here, I mean, well, it's bad enough. Four-wheelers are always using this area anyway as a thoroughfare. Because they sometimes come in here trying to get to the four-wheeler side of the lot and don't realize that they can't do it from here. Let's go ahead and make our turn. I'm going to go ahead and make it right. I'm going to probably run over that curb there. I think I might have just barely missed it. Anyway, I come out the building, and there's a guy in a sedan kind of speeding through the lane that's where the Catskill lane, and doing at least a good 15-20 miles an hour through there. And like the building, come right out the building, there's a sidewalk right there, and then as soon as you step off the sidewalk, you're going through that lane that he's in. Like, first, what the hell are you doing over there on that side of the lot? Two, why are you going that fast next to a building? Now, slow it down. You don't even need to be over there if you're not, and you're going the wrong way through the Catskill. And it's not good for the skill either when you're going all fast on it, like sudden surges on it. Even though it's a little 3,000, 3,500, whatever pound car, it's not good for the equipment. Yeah, with all this traffic going on here, it's kind of amplified the problem there. Like you see there. Several cars going in and out in either direction through there. Just during the time that I was just going from the building back to my truck to leave. All right, guys, we got a green light here. Now, you might be inclined to call this turn I'm making onto Klein Ranch Road. That is not correct. Klein Ranch Road is the street that's right behind me. This is Miguel Bustamante Parkway. Now watch this, what's that, Chevy Camaro or whatever that was back there. I get really wary of four-wheelers. A lot of times they like to pass on the right over here. In fact, I remember when I was a newbie out of, with Sierra England, I was upgrading from, I think from phase 1 to phase 2, after I'd already been done with my training itself, but I went from basically a co-driver to a lead driver. I upgraded here at the Colton terminal, and I remembered when I did that, because we did like a figure 8 type of pattern around the area here, and it included driving here on this street. Who's this here? L4545, I think I know that, I've seen that truck. It's brand new too. Delta 4280, I didn't catch who that was. 4317, I think. Shut up. Somebody to Klein with here. Another JCT up here. But anyway, while I'm doing my road test for that, slide over this way, give that guy 4196. Delta 4196. Anyway, as I'm coming this direction on Miguel Bustamante, all of a sudden I see a car go, I'm watching in my mirror, and I see a car passing me up on the right. And I actually made a comment about it, and you know, the evaluator didn't even notice it. He didn't realize it until I said something about it and was looking over there, and then he realized there was that there was somebody over there passing me on the right. Alright, now watch. You get a whole line of trucks that end up in the left lane, because none of them realize that you can use both lanes here. We'll let them know. You come this way. Yeah, this guy's pulling away already, so I'm going to just waltz right up and see. These guys have, every time I come here, never film, guys have no idea that you can use both lanes. This isn't like a normal Walmart DC. Yeah, he's pulling away. Okay. Alright, I'll let him go by first, and we're going to drop our empty and go around to the blue office and check in. And see, you got like 4 or 5 trucks all in a line, all on the left side, and they could have been over here on this side. Or it could have been on both sides. They think it's like any ordinary Walmart DC where one lane is for OTR trucks and the other one is for dedicated Walmart stuff, and it's not how it works here. Both lanes here on this side of the guard shack are for OTR trucks. Both lanes on the other side of the guard shack are for the dedicated trucks. It used to be that the other side of the guard shack was the exit side, but they got smart, and the gate that's over on the other side of the building that used to be reserved only for the dedicated people, they ended up turning that into an exit-only lane for everybody. So it's a lot easier to get in and out of here. It used to be too much of a clusterfuck trying to get in and out of here on the here in the 100 row when that was going on. I think he's getting ready to check in here at Sam's Club office, so that's why kind of selling around him. What are you doing, dude? You got all that space to work with. I don't know what door he's going for, but yeah, it's taking it. What are you doing, dude? If you're already square lined up, at least somewhere near the door you want, why go through all that? Get back there, and who gives a shit what door you end up lined up with? Just get it back there. I understand practicing and trying to get it perfect, but don't do that when you're in a situation like this, when people are trying to get around you to get their loads or whatever. Then this guy doesn't even have his 4-ways on, so like I don't know what the hell he's up to now. Oh, now he's got them on. So you got 6 doors plus a blank right here on this side of the stairs, and 2 more vacant doors before you even get to the Walmart drop trailer. And he's nitpicking about getting it in there, getting it in between the lines perfectly at the beginning of his lane, of his door. It's like I understand that if you got other trucks in here, but again, don't do that. Just get the damn trailer back there and get your ass out of people's way. Now look, Sear England's getting impatient and going around them. You know you're doing bad when Sear England's getting impatient with you. Come on, dude. If you're gonna do that shit, at least go by. Quit steering right. Let the trailer do its own work. Now see, he's over-rotating because he's trying to do too much of the work for the trailer when he could be letting the trailer do its own work. Just steer straight. Come on back, the trailer will start working its own way over there, and then just use your left steering inputs to control it. Now I'm sitting there burning yard move time, watching him screwball around with this. Now he's jamming himself up needlessly on those drop trailers. I might have to get out and help him. I don't know what he's... I don't even know what door he's trying to get into. It kind of looked like he's trying to line up with 138, which is the first door on the other side of the stairs. Hang on, this shag driver is trying to get under a trailer right there, so I'm going to slide over. I don't want to jam this guy up, because especially when I don't know what door he's going to, but I'm trying to figure out which. I thought he looked like he was trying to square up with one of the trailers over there, though. What door are you going to? You're in between the doors. You're going for the stairs, dude. Not a good idea. Squeezing between two trailers is a bad idea, because you're not going to be able to get the trailer to line up with, you're not going to be able to get the trailer to rotate. Yeah, this guy has no clue what he's doing. Windows are up. That's another bad thing. Alright, let me go by his... I was going to help him, but I don't know. It's looks like he's kind of got an idea what he's doing there now, but yeah, he clearly is not very good at backing. I can tell from his steering habits. And not to mention just general practices here. Yeah, it's always good to practice, whether or not there's something next to you, but best to do it when there's not somebody being stopped from doing what they're trying to do by you. Alright, I'll put it over here next to this JCT trailer here. Right in between the SRT and JCT. Hopefully I have rear camera footage for you. That looks perfect right there. I want the I want the trailer to square up with the spot. Just right around, like, the angle, I want it to be just right going into there. I don't want it to be too heavy. Too much of an angle. Actually, it came in a little bit too heavy. I was a little bit late chasing it. So let me... Alright, that's all I need to do. Now steer straight. See, I got it going in there at a good angle. Now I'm just going to chase it down. Get my drives over here quickly. That way I'm in there as straight an angle as I can, and there's no little to no risk of hitting that SRT trailer. Alright, I'm going to come real close to that other JCT trailer back there, which, for all I know, may or may not be mine. Alright, Kingpin's been released. Looks like we got zero pressure now. Raise our airbags back up. Which way are you going, England? Are you just trying to... Dude, seriously? Seriously, I have to block the fucking lane to do that? What is he doing? Is he trying to slide tandems? If he's trying to slide tandems, I'm not waiting for him. Oh no, he's trying to line up with the door, I think. He's off. His tandems are off to the left, and he's squared up with the door, so now that's another one of those cases. Get all the way back, all the way to the dock door. Same as the other guy. If you're not squared up right, just go all the way to the back of the dock door first. And then once you get there, then make your adjustments going forward, and use as little space on the lane as is necessary, so other drivers and whatever can do what they need to do. All right, I don't see anybody in the mirror coming. We're good here. We're gonna park over by where that blue Volvo is. You're gonna see in a second. Just stop right over there. Sign this little label thing, go turn it in, get my bills, and we'll go find our trailer. Alright guys, we got our bills. We can roll as soon as I get my brakes released. I have a habit of doing that actually. When I start start pressing the throttle to start moving, I'm like, why am I not moving? Oh yeah, stupid, I didn't release the brakes. Alright, we're gonna be looking for trailer number 6565. Number sounds familiar. Look like we're clear over there. I'm looking in the mirror again. I've not even looked at how heavy or light the load is yet. Take a look in a second there. Now our loaded should be in this row up here to the left. It's either over here to the left or right in front of, oh there it is, I see it right there by the front of where Sierra England's at now. Okay. So we are good. My hood mirrors get right by the front of my trailer, or the rear side of my trailer. That's when I start my turn. See, it wasn't perfect, but it's lined up pretty damn well. Very easy to square up with it from there. I might be sitting a tad high. Alright. Now, I don't see, I did not feel the trailer squatting down. I didn't feel my suspension squatting down underneath the trailer by the time my front drive axle completely got underneath the trailer, so stop right there. I'm not going to have a high hook incident. I'm not going to have to worry about it either. I'm going to go ahead and raise my suspension right now. Now I can actually feel it pushing on the bottom of the trailer. It's also going to raise the landing gear up off the ground if everything goes well, and I can just very easily turn the gear. I'd only raise it up a little bit for now. I want to wait till I'm completely hooked in first. That way, if it was a little harder than I meant to, but it happens. Alright, so really, as long as it's enough where I can put my suspension back on the normal height and not have to worry about the landing gear touching the ground again, that's what I was shooting for. Alright guys, we got ourselves a light load here. Not even 19,000 pounds, and my suspension load gauge definitely reflects that. Barely have 20,000 pounds or somewhere in that ballpark. Load on my drive tires. It's not even worth scaling it. I'm not even going to waste my time. Even though they have an on-site scale here I can use. Now if I turn left instead of right out of the spot and go circle around that road where actually I drove right across their scale when I went to drop my empty trailer. So that'll help you figure out where to go if you need to scale your load. It's very accurate too. I use it a lot, and every time I've used it, it's always very close to what it's supposed to be, or what a cat scale will give you on the same load. Okay, coming through this guard shack here, it's exit only on both sides. Don't have to use the right side only. I'm gonna come up there, get my trailer a little closer to her thing there. Can I get out of yard move sometime today?
You have 8 hours and 0 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay guys, let's get out of here. I've already sent my departure and loaded calls because I knew it was light and I knew it was going to be fine just getting out of here. Okay, we're going to come out this direction. Now a lot of you guys, when you come out of here, you all would like to take Riverside Avenue out of here. I don't. I like to go to the east across Aguamanza Road over to Rancho Avenue and head north and get on the I-10 over at Rancho. I don't have to deal with all that shit show over here on Riverside. Alright, so this load is going to Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, which is about an hour drive south of Oklahoma City along I-35. Kind of about not quite halfway between Oklahoma City and the Texas line, if you know, if that helps you any at all. Alright, that's where it's going. The way drivers tend to go, not myself, but other drivers here, they usually will take I-40 all the way out to Oklahoma City, and then they'll get on I-35 south there in OKC and just take 35 down. I have other reasons why I'd like to go a different way. I usually take I-40 over to Amarillo, and okay, there's plenty of cars coming from the west. I'm sure some of these guys, when I do get when I am able to make my turn, I'm going to have to deal with them trying to pass me on the right. I guarantee it. It always happens every time I'm over here. Is this light ever going to turn? Or is there ever going to not be cars coming? Yeah, I think we got an opening now. Oh, now we got a green light. First, right after the last car goes by. Alright, so anyway, yeah, the route I normally take, and it's for personal reasons, is 287 down from Amarillo to, yeah, there are a couple of different ways. So now my son, who doesn't live with me, he lives in Mangum, Oklahoma, so I usually go down, take 287 down to the little town of Headley. Now, around an hour or so down once you're on 287 before you get to Memphis. And you can turn left on a state highway over there. Now it just that kind of gets me over to Mangum. But now, if you're wanting, you can also go in that general direction. Still, there's no damn line here. Shut up. You still go in that general direction, and what I do is, if I'm not wanting to go directly into Mangum, I'll go down to Memphis, Texas. There'll be a Love's on the right side right there in Memphis. That light that's right there, right in front of the Love's, right before you get to Love's. That's Texas Highway 256, I think it is, if I remember right. You turn left onto that road there and then follow it down about a half an hour-ish or whatever it is, I can't remember, down to US 83, or I forget that. It's an odd numbered US 80 series highway. It'll dead end you right into it. You go south on that road for perhaps a mile or two, whatever it is, and then make a left. That'll get you on to US 62. 62 will take you all the way across through Altus and into Lawton, Oklahoma. Once I get to Lawton, I take I-44 west, like I'm going toward Wichita Falls, just for a few miles, basically from the north end of Lawton to kind of like the east end, I guess, or south, or I don't even know what I would call that. And then get off there onto eastbound, I think it's State Route 7. And when you get over, what's that town called? It starts with an M. I'm forgetting the name of it, but it'll run you into this town that starts with an M. And then you turn left there onto that US 80 or whatever, 80 whatever series highway it is. Go north. Go up to the north end, like right up in the downtown of whatever that town is called, and make a right, and that'll take you on to State Route 29, and then 29 will take you right over to I-35. Then on 35 north, the very first exit after you get onto 35 is the exit where the Walmart DC there is, as well as the Love's truck stop. There's also a casino over there and all that. We'll talk more about that, of course. And I've been there numerous times, and I've done more than multiple videos there as well. So you'll get plenty of opportunity to see that when I do that video. All right, this is Rancho Avenue. Make sure you're watching for traffic coming from the other direction. That is an unprotected left turn. So be careful if you see traffic coming from the other side of the intersection. They have the right of way if you have a green there. Alright, as usual, it's, the turn here onto I-10 eastbound is, it's easy to have a major rookie screw up there and get caught up on the wall if you get careless. Now they've redesigned that on-ramp there where it's a lot easier to make the turn onto that ramp. It was possible to make the turn before, but you had to swing extremely wide to make it. I would actually swing out to the center turn lane area, or the buffer lane there, you'll see. And just to make sure my tandems would clear the wall. and have to do like a real big like button slash J-hook turn and combined into one. But they redid that on-ramp, so now you can just do just a regular standard button hook. You don't even need any lane but your own as far as Rancho Avenue traffic is concerned. And just stay into the left side of your lane and then swing it really wide so your tractor's almost on the wall on the left side of the on-ramp, and you'll be fine. You'll see there's plenty of room there. If I get near the wall, actually I'll have a little bit of room and then some for my tandems to clear. If you have your tandems illegally too far back, though, it's another can of worms. So, look like we got more slow traffic here. I'm actually tracked perfectly there. Not too tight, not too wide. I kept it on this side of the line from what I could best tell. Alright, we have a metering light here. Those are actually a good thing for heavy traffic like this, because it helps prevent traffic from freight training their way onto the freeway at the same time and creating problems for the traffic that's already on the road. Alright, let's see who's going to let me in now. Is this Chevy going to let me over, or am I have to get in between him, or we'll see. Alright, yeah, in between the two. Alright, we're good. Alright, so I'm early here. Let's see, it's 1700 almost. It's not even due for pickup for at least 3 more hours. So what I'll probably do is do the Cajon crawl, as we call it, you know, crawl my way up the Cajon Pass, not because of the terrain, but because of the traffic. Stop by my house for at least a few hours, and then get rolling again this evening, later tonight. I guess, you know, maybe when my wife's getting ready to go to bed or something. And I really don't have to run there very far. I could possibly even run it. It's kind of pushing it though. Running from my house to Pauls Valley in 2 shifts, I could probably do it, but it's pushing it. And I tend to like to run at night anyway, so I'll probably, just get on the road after I've spent some time at the house with the family and run into the night until I get tired, and then get me some good rest. And then have 2 relatively more easy shifts to do. Either way, I'm going to need my recaps. At least 1, maybe even 2 hours of my November 7 recaps to get it there, and it also delivers on the 7th. It's probably going to be an early morning sometime. I just might have to let them know, hey, my best ETA based on my hours of service is going to be such and such. So if they can get a later time than that, great. But it's not. They can't really. I mean, it's up to Walmart what's available. So we'll see how that goes. So I'd say there's a pretty good chance I'll be delivering this load myself, but there's a slight chance that my hours of service availability will prevent me from getting there by the appointment time, depending on what time it gets scheduled for. So that said, my next video may or may not be delivering in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. Okay, I don't know, I could even do like the things I've seen on trucking compilation in between here and there. We'll see. Yeah, no, maybe not, because I haven't finished the delivery video from this morning yet, and I don't know, maybe I'll get lucky and have it ready for you guys tonight. Well, for me tonight, but for you guys, whenever you see it. And I usually wait at least a good day, like 24 hours or so before I post whatever the next video is going to be, so it's not like overwhelming you guys with too much process there. So alright, you know, and it kind of keep you guys wanting more for those of you guys who actually have that much interest in paying that much attention to me. I know some of you guys do, and those of you guys, a lot of you guys who do, have a good rapport with you guys already. So Charles, right? and a few others I might mention there. So, alright, that's it. I'm getting on to 215 northbound now, and then we'll end up on 15 and work our way to Barstow and get on I-40 from there. Otherwise, yeah, may or may not have things I see while trucking compilation to show you in between this one and whatever delivery I make. I assume it'll be the delivery of this load, but you never know. So I'm just kind of throwing it out there. It's a possibility that I might not deliver this load. Alright, that said, I'm going to go have some fun here with the San Bernardino crawl and then the Cajon crawl afterward. And until then, we'll see you on the next one, wherever it's going to be, alright? Thanks for hanging out watching, and we'll see you on the next one.